Today we are going to start an Attitude Era only 50-week series. Yes, every single episode is going to have 10 weeks of MyGM mode starting today with the draft. Now, I'm going to go with Stephanie McMahon. I think the 2 times the McMahon presence is fantastic. So that's good. And of course, she is very Attitude Era as well. We're going to go with Raw. That was the staple of the WWF Attitude Era. So we're going to go with that. And our opponent is going to be our brother, Shane McMahon. And we're going to have to do SmackDown. I think that's definitely the best way to go. Of course, we're going to be on the hardest difficulty. And of course, we're going to 50 weeks. Now, I have created a custom draft pool full of Attitude Era wrestlers. And I've had to actually alter a couple of the popularities. Because if they were that high, I would never be able to draft enough. So, if you do see some lower popularity wrestlers who you know are high because they're legends, that's the reason why, of course, we've got tag team title belts that we need to book. I have also added some creative wrestlers too, so you might see some new names that aren't on the game. Right, this is a fantastic start. So the highest popularity superstar, Stone Cold Steve Austin, is here. That's fantastic. We need to make sure that, of course, our rivals don't get him, which is a big part of this. Vader was around in the Attitude Era. Now, I do have the dates selected, so there are certain wrestlers that scrape in or just miss out, and I'll try and get it as accurate as possible. But it starts off with the day of, well, how WWF sees it is the day of the Montreal Screwjob. November 1997, that is when they start the Attitude Era, and it kind of ends in May 2002. So that's kind of what I'm going by. So, Vader actually counts. He was around in that time. Let's go with Vader. Okay, I need to go for some women's wrestlers. I've got a feeling, because I just seen a name pop up when the AI selected somebody. I think you might have seen some people in there then. There's Matt Hardy, who I've added as well. Chyna is here, so let's go with Chyna. Very prominent in the Attitude Era, but I've also added the likes of Lita. So I'm going to add Lita to our roster as well. I did see, Triple H is there. I need to make sure I get Triple H pronto. Okay, where are you? Sable. Sable's also there, Trish Stratus, and Lita. All 3 of these ladies I need to get on my roster. They are all baby faces though, so I might have to turn one of them heel. But that's fine. I'm okay with doing that. Let's make sure we pick up another one then. Let's go with Trish, because she is a fighter. She matched up well with Chyna right now. We can maybe turn Chyna heel. Okay, so I'm going to go with now. Let's go. We got to go further down. Let's go with Triple H. We're eating into our budget, but that's absolutely fine. We have, how many do we got? Six wrestlers already, but they're going to get cheaper, and that's needed. It is needed. Matt Hardy. Will we find Jeff? Mr. McMahon is there. Oh, Mr. McMahon and Stone Cold Steve Austin match up perfectly. No, they've selected Big Boss Man. They've gone with Big Boss Man. That's a devastating scenario for us. I really wanted Big Boss Man. I don't know why. When I was adding him in, I thought, yeah, let's go, Big Boss Man. Mark Henry's there. Of course, I've used Mark Henry quite a few times, to be fair. I've now changed him to a giant. It makes no sense, Mark Henry not being a giant. I've changed him to be a giant. I hope you don't mind. I don't know why you would mind. Jazz! Come on. I've actually interviewed Jazz on my podcast years and years ago. She was an absolute diamond. She was hilarious too. Really pleased that I've managed to do that in my content creation career. Jerry the King Lawler. Let's go, Jerry. We're going down the bottom end because money purposes. Because we do have $800,000 left. We can still pick up some more. So, Rikishi is there. Oh, I love a bit of Rikishi. How many wrestlers do we have? We've got 4 female, 6 male, 5 and 5 heel and face. We've got Matt Hardy, Rikishi, and Lita, I think, are the 3 that I've seen that count towards. I might have missed another one, but we'll take a look anyway. I think I might be able to turn Lita heel too. Maybe she can go up against Trish, and that makes sense. I do really think that this could be it. So Matt Hardy, there we go. How much money do we have left to get Rikishi? We got enough. That's fine. So I just need to make sure that I'm not missing anybody. Big Boss Man would have been great because he's a heel bruiser, I want to say. Let's pick up Lita. Did I already pick up Rikishi then? I did pick up Rikishi. What an idiot. We got $283,000 left, so we can pick up one more person if there is somebody, but I've got a feeling that there isn't. I have a feeling that we have gone through and picked up every single Attitude Era wrestler that was available to us. And I think now we are all good to start off our first week. By the way, Rey Mysterio, I know he's around in Attitude Era. Not going to count him. He wasn't in WWF during the Attitude Era. He actually joined a couple of months after, so he doesn't count. So here is our Attitude Era roster. I quite like it. I love the fact that Stephanie McMahon is at the front, Vince is at the back. Get to the back, Vince. And our opponent's roster with Big Boss Man looking at me. Really annoying. Hate that. Okay, so we got to pick our champion. I think we just got to go Stone Cold, and we. How stupid would it be if we did not go to Stone Cold? Also takes him up to a 7-3 popularity. He's one of the guys that I lowered ever so slightly. And the Women's Championship, let's stick it on. Let's go with China. I think it makes sense to go with China. Bruiser, so we kind of need either Sable or Trish to go heel, or even China. Unless I actually pop it on somebody different. Unless I pop it on somebody like Sable, turn her heel, then that gives us more options. I think that makes sense. Okay, so our first week then, I've realised that our styles, like the Bruiser, whatever it is, they don't match up very well. Like, at all. So our tag team for the Tag Team Championship is going to look very weird right now. Jerry the King and Triple H versus Rikishi and Matt Hardy for a tag team title. Hopefully I can eventually get somebody like Jeff Hardy. There are a couple of surprises that might be available for us that I can show you later on. Sable. I had the biggest crush on Sable ever. And to be fair, quite a lot of wrestlers in the women's division I had crushes on. She is now turned heel. It was a good promo too. Let's take a look then. Trish versus Jazz in a one-on-one contest. Bang, Jazz with the win. Nice. Disappointing match. It's a new rivalry though. China is then going to call out Sable, of course, who is champion. It's a weak promo, never mind. Vader versus Mark Henry. This doesn't match up well at all. I would not be like too disheartened if it doesn't actually... Oh, it does start a rivalry. It's a mediocre match, though. Lita on the self promo. She's a 5 on the microphone. Happy with that. And Stone Cold Steve Austin defends his championship against Mr. McMahon. And he wins. Of course he does. Stone Cold. Amazing match. Hello. It was an Extreme Rules match, but there's a reason why I do that. For the flow. If you know what I mean. Obviously, I did a video based on it. If you'd like to take a look, have a look. But this is basically how to win. And I'm trying to implement as much of that as possible into all of my GMs, so you guys stop yelling at me in the comment section and we can all learn something. But that is a good drama curve. I'm happy with that main event, especially we gain 82,000. It's not the most I've ever seen, but it's a good enough amount. We are still second though. 83,000. It's not by a lot, but still a little bit. Okay, week number 2. We've got 3 title matches on our hands, but we're starting off with the opener. It's a tables match this time around between Stone Cold and Mr. McMahon for the WWE Championship, and Stone Cold wins again. He retains. Another amazing match. Doesn't do anything for the rivalry, but these two match up so well, which is a bit of an understatement considering it was the Attitude Era when that was the biggest rivalry. So that's great. Vader on the self-promo, +1. Wow. I really feel like self-promos have been, like, nerfed. Anybody else feel that way? By the way, we will be watching one of the matches at the very last pay-per-view of this episode and leave every single episode going forward. I'll make sure I'll be able to try and get it across the next 5 days. So you need to make sure you are subscribed. We're doing 10 weeks in every single episode. Trish versus Jazz, one-on-one. Can Jazz win again? She does. It's another victory for Jazz. Happy with that. Level 2. Mark Henry's then going to call out Vader. It's a good promo. Goes to level 2. We have the Tag Team Championships on the line again. And this time we have new champions. It is the King and the King of Kings, which is quite funny. It's an okay match. It's a level 1 rivalry. Lita on the charity promo. There we go. And Sable versus Chyna. Extreme Rules. 1-on-1 for the Women's Championship. Chyna wins. She is the new champion. Another amazing match and a new rivalry level 1. Thank you, ladies. What a show that you have put on. Main event in Raw. There we go. Right, okay, so we're up against Big Boss Man. He's tagging with Tommaso Ciampa as well. We definitely beat them there, especially on the drama curve. We did an excellent job. Austin's perfect for tables matches. Get in. Tables match is the perfect one for that because it's obviously the least stamina and it's the cheapest. We gained 88,000. We do take the lead and we gained a 2 the Moon card. That was to get Triple H in a match. We definitely did that. John Cena is really good for tables matches as well. There's our problem. The 2 stars of the show, they only gain 82,000. So we do take the lead by quite a lot. Now, the free agency, I have been looking each week. The first week, The Undertaker was there on a permanent, but it was a lot of money. I'm hoping that there's going to be somebody there decent so we can start adding to this roster now. I just checked Brock Lesnar and he actually debuted 2 months before that they are suggesting the Attitude Era actually ended. So technically, I can get Brock Lesnar, which I didn't think I could originally get. However, money-wise, I can't afford Brock Lesnar right now as he is on a permanent deal. So there's that. Anyway, we'll go on and book the show, but my wife made me a Pims, so very nice. Right, now that I am under the influence, let's take a look at today's show. It's very different. We're trying to rest a couple of wrestlers here, so this is what we're going to go with. We have the women's tag team titles on the line for the very first time, and it's Trish and Lita teaming up together. Who would have thought? After their amazing rivalry that they had. To be fair though, at the end of their rivalry, both of them were basically babyface anyway, versus Jazz and Sable. I actually think that's quite a good matchup there. It's kind of like the next generation versus the previous generation there. And Trish and Lita, they win. New tag team titles. There we go. Level 1 rivalry as well. Then we got Chyna then going to call out Sable. That's an okay promo. Takes it to level 2. Stone Cold's going to go up against Jerry the King. So let's see how this one does. Stone Cold Steve Austin does pick up the win. There we go. Just a mediocre match. Rivalry complete. This game's so buggy. So buggy. Austin is then going to be called out by Mr. McMahon. Excellent promo. Takes it to level 1. So what I'm thinking is that the Stone Cold versus Jerry the King Lawler match cancelled the rivalry, and then we've had to redo the rivalry. Right. Okay. Matt Hardy versus Triple H. This is just a normal match again, obviously. The tag team rivalry that they got going on. Matt Hardy does pick up the win as well. Mediocre match, doesn't start anything. And Rikishi is going to do a self-promo. Excellent promo from the Quichemeister. +4 there. Vader versus Mark Henry in a TLC match in the main event. 2 behemoths going up against each other. Mark Henry picks up the win. World's strongest man. It's a level 3 rivalry and it's still a great match. Just goes to show you don't have to match them up perfectly with the right synergy to get those good matches. But I am quite weary of their actual show. Yeah, I thought they'd be really good. We got the drama curve down quite well, but they did a better performance than what we did. We only gained 69,000. That's low, man. That is really low. We are definitely second there. They gained 75,000 there, and they take the lead. Now we welcome 2 new members to the roster, including Kurt Angle, the gold medalist who broke his freaking neck. He joins us on a 5-week contract, I think, so we just need to keep renewing that every time, which is gonna be annoying, but never mind. And we also have JBL from the Legends section. JBL, of course, was part of the Acolytes, the All Protection, where they had the funniest bit ever where you had to go through the door with Farouk. Farouk is also on the game, so I'm hoping that I can put those 2 together. Of course, he was just called Bradshaw then, but I'm not going to go for it and change all of their gimmicks and everything like that. Hopefully, we can get Farouk and we put them as a tag team. That will be great. So those 2 are joining our roster. So power cards, I think we give 2 the Moon to Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle was one of the most popular superstars at the end of the Attitude Era just because of how great he was and funny. As a heel, he was fantastic. And I'm also going to use the Vito Star card that I bought not so long ago because we are in week number 4 now. So next week, they won't be able to use their star superstar, and that is absolutely fine by me. So let's confirm the booking, and we'll go through and I'll walk you through this event the week before our first pay-per-view here in this 50-week process. We have Chyna versus Sable for the title. We've got 3 titles on the line. Very Attitude Era, I think. Sable picks up the win. It's an amazing match. It's level 3 as well. Kurt Angle's then going to call out JBL. It's an okay promo. We then have Jazz versus Lita, with Trish Stratus doing the running on Jazz to keep that rivalry alive. It costs her the win. Lita does pick up the win, and it's a level 3. There we go. Vader on the self promo. It's an okay promo, just +1. It's definitely broken. Triple H and Jerry the King Lawler versus Rikishi and Matt Hardy. Who wins? Matt Hardy and Rikishi now are tag team champions. Level 2 rivalry. Mark Henry versus Vader. He's calling them out anyway. Can this take it to a level 4? It does indeed. And our main event is Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Mr. McMahon in a tables match. And Stone Cold Steve Austin picks up the win. He is still champion. It's a classic. Holy hell. Wow, we got a pay-per-view coming up. That is great. Okay, very good stuff. We got a 4-star there, 3-star. Perfect drama curve in my opinion. Let's take a look then. We should gain a lot. What? 69. Naughty number, but still, that's not a lot. We also gained 23. We have gone ahead, though. They've only got 65,000. So it's very close. 5,000 in it as we go into the first pay-per-view. It's Wrestlemania Backlash time. Our opening contest is Vader versus Mark Henry Extreme Rules match. Let's freaking go. We also have signed an extra 2 wrestlers that will appear on this roster in this event. Amazing match to start things off. Rivalry complete. Lovely stuff. Lita with the self promo. Excellent promo. There we go. There's +6. Gotta be happy with that. Matt Hardy and Rikishi versus Jerry the King Lawler and Triple H. However, there is a run-in from Y2J Jericho making his debut. He is going to attack Rikishi. Yet they still win somehow. Does nothing either. Doesn't even do like some kind of new singles rivalry. Jazz then going to do a charity promo. Of course, she is in a rivalry, a level 3 rivalry too, with Trish. However, I think we keep that going. I think we keep that one going for a little bit longer. Kurt Angle versus JBL. This is just a normal mid-card match. Kurt Angle picks up the win. It's a mediocre match, but it's a level 2 rivalry. That did exactly what I needed it to do. The cool down of this event. Trish then did an excellent promo to take it to a level 4. They can't wait to see them get their hands on each other now. I wonder what will happen. Sable versus Chyna. And Chyna retains. There we go for the Women's Championship. Amazing match. We're back up the drama curve. But this Undertaker, we just signed the Undertaker. I mentioned earlier he's on a 10-week contract. Doing a self-promo. Excellent promo. +4. There we go. Steve Austin versus Mr. McMahon. Mr. McMahon has to face somebody else. He keeps losing. And he lost again. Stone Cold Steve Austin with the win. It's a classic. It's a level 3. There we go. Lovely stuff. Right. This is their event. They got a lot of Extreme Rules, a Hell in a Cell, tables, and a TLC in their main event. How have they done? Ooh, they didn't muck it up too bad. But I still think we had a better event. And we spent a lot less money. There we go. 196,000 fans that we gained. $244,000. I used the card, by the way, the McMahon card. We are ranked number 1 at the end of this first pay-per-view. Let's go. That's fantastic. They only gained 175,000. And they lost a lot of money. Oh, we chucking a double cost there and they are screwed. Ranked number 2 by about 25,000 fans right now. We take the lead after the first pay-per-view. Okay, so we're starting off the event after the pay-per-view like this. It's another tag team match for the title. Of course, this is an ongoing rivalry we're going to take on to the first pay-per-view. Matt Hardy versus Rikishi to pick up the win. It's an amazing match. Level 3 rivalry as well. Good start. Chris Jericho, he's going to announce why he attacked Rikishi and nothing actually came of it. He gets 6 for his extra popularity, which we gotta be happy with. Lita versus Sable. And Sable is the winner. Doesn't start or do anything to the rivalry. Mark Henry in a charity promo. Well done from Mark. We got a run in here from Kurt Angle, who's going to run in on JBL as he takes on The Undertaker. quite an interesting match that is going to be. So The Undertaker in his debut match, he still loses to Bradshaw. Mediocre match. Trish is going to do a self-promo. It's a good self-promo as well. But the women's title is on the line. It's Chyna versus Jazz. Tables match. So what I'm thinking is if we can get the belt onto Jazz and she's got a rivalry going on with Trish, we can do it for the rivalry and it'll mean more at the pay-per-view. And she does pick up the win. Well, there we go. Great match as well. So that's fantastic. What are we up against? We've got MVP versus John Cena in that main event there. But yeah, they've got a much better mid-card and a better main event. So their flow is a little bit better, I guess. Rikishi and Matt Hardy are both fantastic at Extreme Rules matches. That's the reason why that one did very well. We got 56,000 there. We gained a lot of money because we're running the Thunderdome now, so we're going to pick up more money, which is great for carrying on contracts and stuff like that. They gained 55,000, so we are still in the lead. Okay, so I've been kind of shoehorned into a corner here. Our main event is Trish versus Jazz. It's already a level 4. Usually I wouldn't touch that because it can stale the rivalry, but Trish really wanted to have a match. I promised her a match. Jazz and Sable are the only heels, but Sable has literally no stamina, and I've already annoyed her because she asked for a bonus and I said no, and she said one last chance. So I can't really afford to use Sable, so I'm going to use Jazz. Anyway, we got the tag team titles on the line here. We have a new signing as well, which you might be quite excited about, especially because these two have won the tag belts. I'm hoping they stay winning the tag belts because you'll see in a sec. Mr. McMahon, self-promo. Excellent stuff. Gained 6 popularity, just what I want to see. Here is the new sign-in, Jeff Hardy. He's going to go up against Mark Henry one-on-one. Hopefully I can get that to level 3 for the next pay-per-view. That would be great. New rivalry, there we go. So that's a good start to begin with. The Undertaker is then going to call out Jerry Lawler. Does nothing. Okay. Kurt Angle versus JBL. This is already a level 2. Kurt Angle does pick up the win there. Gross level 3. That's a great match as well. Hello. Jericho on the excellent promo. And we have a Hell in a Cell. Just for the sake of it. And Jazz continues her reign. Legendary match here on Raw. Perfect stuff. Thank you very much, ladies. Right, so they've gone quite heavy with their women's matches as well, but they've got a lot more women than what we have. But we've had a much better show than they have. A 4-star, 2-star, 3.55 out of 5. That's a very good show. We gained 67,000 fans there. A lot of money as well. And we're ranked number 1 still. They gained 64,000. They also had a very good event. Oh, well, at least they're putting up a fight. Stone Cold and Jazz as our champions, MVP, and Becky Lynch as theirs. Okay, we got the women's tag team titles on the line in this opening contest. It is a bit of a risk, though, because of the ladies' stamina, but I'm hoping it doesn't do too bad. Trish and Lita. Jazz has got herself injured there. That's disappointing. The King Lawler actually got injured in the last one. I didn't actually see it. Chyna on the self-promo. She gains 2 there. Rikishi versus Jericho. They match up quite well, but of course Rikishi is in a tag rivalry right now. No, not doing a normal rivalry. Fine, that's fair enough. Jeff Hardy is calling out Mark Henry. That grows to level 2, and by the looks of it, it's already gone to level 3 because of the second call out we've got. Taker versus JBL. Our thing was to not put Kurt Angle in a match today, which we haven't done. So we've left the JBL one out for now. Mark Henry calls him out. There we go, level 3. Mr. McMahon versus Stone Cold, though, is the feature main event. It's a tables match as well. Can Mr. McMahon finally pick up a win as we go into the pay-per-view? No, of course he can't. It's another amazing match, and Austin is still our champion, and it is a level 4 rivalry right now. I've got a feeling Mr. McMahon's going to be annoyed me, though, because I think he said he wanted to win his next match, but there we go. They actually put on an exceptionally good show. 48,000 we gained an injury rehab for not fielding Kurt Angle. Yeah, they put on an amazing show there. Whoops. Okay, we start off with the openers, the Extreme Rules match, Mark Henry versus Jeff Hardy. Who picks up the victory here? It's Mark Henry. Can we get it to level 4 for the rivalry? No. Amazing match, though. Self-promo by Taker. Nothing. Brilliant. Okay. Vader and Stone Cold, who apparently are quite a good tag team together because Vader wanted to team up with Austin against Jericho and Mr. McMahon. It's basically just to try and get a tag match on there, and hopefully we have no injuries from that match. We don't. Is a new rivalry though. Don't think I'll continue that one. Lita in action for a charity promo. It's an excellent promo. 5,000 fans there from Lita. Bradshaw versus Kurt Angle. There's a risk that's going on. I'll only explain why I'm doing this. JBL, great promo. Takes it to level 4. Right, this is where I might be a little bit stumped. The main event is Triple H versus Matt Hardy. The reason why is Matt Hardy wanted to have a main event, and I said, yeah, thinking that it was... No, thinking that I could get the tag team rivalry in there, but there's stamina issues, and I can't really do that. So, it's just a singles match. Triple H wins. It's only an okay match. I need to ignore it. I need to just think, never mind, morale was more important, and we can get them at the pay-per-view. That's the most important thing, because other than that, the drama curve was a little bit crap for us. We still did okay. We're still ranked number 1. They only gained about 8,000 fans on us there. So they are catching us again. But yeah, big mistake. Now, annoyingly, we had vetoed Jazz and The Undertaker. Undertaker didn't matter too much, but Jazz was a level 4 rivalry, which we've been going on for ages. And now we can't use her again, so that's going to be quite frustrating, because I think that one would now go stale, because it's been across 3 pay-per-views. But that's fine. Our main event, and the match that we're going to be watching, is an Extreme Rules match between Austin and McMahon for that title belt. Okay, we're starting things off, though, with the tag titles. Who will win the tag titles? And it is Matt Hardy and Rikishi. And Matt Hardy's got injured. It's rivalry complete, finally, and Rikishi is fine, but a 4.5 star is absolutely perfect. Trish Stratus, excellent self promo. She gains 6 popularity. Henry versus Jeff Hardy. It's a tables match. We continue it on. Jeff Hardy picks up the win there. Amazing stuff. Rivalry complete. Vader on the charity event. Excellent stuff from Vader. Lita versus Sable in the mid-card for the drama curve. Really just do nothing. An okay match is good enough for me. Jericho. Excellent promo there. Kurt Angle versus JBL is already a level 4, and it's a tables match as well. As long as it doesn't go 5-star, we're good. Amazing match again. That's perfect. China on the charity promo. And now, let's spectate Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Mr. McMahon for the WWE Championship. No chance, because that's what you've got. There he is. There's the swag of Mr. McMahon. In his 5th title shot, and somehow he's lost every single one. Yep. A little bit of Stone Cold Steve Austin, though, I must say. That title looks incredible with him. And here we go. Nice lock-up straight away. We can have a pile driver. I mean, I've been wrestling for about 3 years. One thing we were told is never to go into a powerful move as the very first move. I feel like a power driver is one of those moves. You know, nice little running spot, drop kick maybe. No, let's go power driver. Kick to the gut from Vince McMahon though. This is time for his fight back. Would it be hilarious if he actually won the WWE Championship here after losing about 6 matches in a row to Austin? Throws him outside, that's where the dangerous weapons are. Vinnie Mac, this is not an opportunity to start taunting. Oh, we're getting the clubs here from Vince McMahon. Sheamus style. I absolutely love it. Hello. He's getting the better of Austin here. It's early days, granted, but he is getting the better of him. I'm interested to see how this one plays out. Austin climbs back in. Again. Oh, here we go. Back in control. I mean, this is classic Attitude Era, isn't it? These two fighting off against each other. It's less likely that Vince McMahon would be getting in such an attack on Austin without having his cronies in the ring. That's a hell of a punch. Jesus Christ. A couple of kicks there from Stone Cold. If he hits a signature now, Luther's press, there it is. Well, there's at least one of them. It is. Now he has his finisher option. He hasn't given a lot of attack, but the fact that he's got that Stone Cold Stunner in there, there's a possibility this one could be over quite soon without even seeing a weapon. Without even seeing any kind of Extreme Rules being given. McMahon now. What is McMahon's finisher? I feel like I have no idea what it actually could be. Is he going to hit some kind of signature now? No way. It's the corporate elbow. He's actually hit the corporate elbow as a signature. He's using a dirty pin. Dirty pin. Oh. He's got a finisher as well. Oh. Is it the stunner? Could it be that he also has a stunner? It might be, you know. I'm still a little unsure. It was, because he's used it. And Austin reversed it. And now Austin has two. Oh, the drama. Stone Cold. Bang. There it is. There's one. Is it a rope break? No, because it's Extreme Rules. This is probably over. It's probably over, folks. And still WWE Champion. Was there any other doubt? Was there any doubt? He tried to use the stunner on him, and he got stunned. Stone Cold Steve Austin wins the title back yet again. Or retains. I don't think he's lost a match yet. It's impressive. It's very, very impressive from Stone Cold Steve Austin. That match was a classic as well. Rivalry complete. So no 5-star matches like what Jazz put on for us. But, hey, for the drama curve, we had a perfect night, I feel like. So let's see what they actually do then. This is their second pay-per-view as well. Casey Catanzaro's picture always looks slightly bigger than the rest of them, and I have no idea why. That's a classic. That was a really good one. Good promo there from Santos Escobar. Razor Ramon versus Goldberg. So they've got two legends in there now that they've now built to a level 2. Wow. Fair enough. Asuka picking up the win there. Well, picking up a good self promo. Ignore me. Ignore me, I'm drunk. See, it's the Pims, isn't it? It's the Pims. Big E's also injured. Natalia, that was in the middle of the card as well, and that was a 4-star. So that's bad for their drama curve if they don't get above 4-star coming out of these two matches here. Timothy Thatcher versus the Big Boss Man. I'm still gutted. Timothy Thatcher's on like an 80 popularity, I think I just seen. He does pick up the win as well. It's in another amazing match. Ivar doing a charity promo. And in the main event, it's Cena versus MVP. MVP is struggling for stamina. He will probably pick up an injury. You watch. No. Oh, legendary match as well. Ooh. Their show was a lot better than what I thought it would be. It was. Right. Okay. I thought we'd do better than that. Wow, we gained 208,000 though. That's good. That's very good. We're still ranked number 1. They gained 207,000. Wow, okay. I'm shocked. I don't know whether it's to do with the popularity or show quality, whether we used enough of the logistics. But hey, we're still winning. This is episode 1. Remember, there's going to be 5 more episodes. I want you to let me know down in the comment section who you think is going to end this series as champion. Right now, it's Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's Jazz. I want you to let me know down in the comment section. There's a few of these Attitude Era wrestlers that we haven't seen yet. So make sure you are subscribed and make sure you check out tomorrow's video. If it's already out, I'll pop it up on the screen right here. Thank you very much for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.